Wednesday going so far. Give me a second. I'm gonna be posting a few things on random pages. Hope you all having a lovely day so far. For those of you that don't follow my social medias, today we're gonna be playing some Slay the Princess. It's an indie game. I tried the demo out of it, so I have a vague idea on what's gonna be going on. But don't have like a super concrete idea. Let me hop us over to the gameplay screen. Well, actually, I should give it a few more minutes just to let people funnel on in, you know? God, I'm trying to talk, but like the opening screen for it keeps like changing and grabbing my attention. How's everyone in chat doing? We should start up soon. Actually, I will start up. Let's go to gameplay. And hit new game. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Says who?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
What are you talking about,
Nevertheless,
dude?
let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Yeah, sure.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you do your job. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know
I want to know. I want to ask questions.
No more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
I don't know. I think trees are more important to the world than people.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here.
No, I want
Just get
to
in
know.
there and do what needs to be done. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
But I want questions.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
No, but it's still a bad thing to do.
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Have you
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, you have to do
I
it.
am serious. Have you considered this option?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
You don't know that.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil.
I'll go to this cabin and talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing anything until I've had a chance. Okay, fine, I'll go explore the cannon. I'm sold, let's get this over with. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Turn around and leave. You know what? I want this option.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Not in the slightest. Like I said, I'm pretty okay at the world ending. Nope. I do not.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong.
Yeah.
Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take
Yeah,
part
dude
in it.
who just showed up.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the
No. I want to
really
leave.
keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
And? You're emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
No, I don't have any maturity. This is me we're talking about.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Yeah.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on walking. What are you gonna do about it, buddy?
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
No, I'm leaving.
And here we go.
Oh, hello,
As you trudge
cabin.
into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Yeah?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through
Yeah.
the leaves.
Alright.
But as you focus
Oh my
on
God.
your surroundings, you start
That's
to
a lot of
realize that those
cabins.
flickers weren't just a trick of light.
That's a lot of cabins there, chat.
In every direction,
Oh my
there is a
God.
path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, what is going
You're too
on?
stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
I mean, I will agree, irritating you is very funny.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's
Yeah.
not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Okay. Bet. Is my cursor different? My cursor...
You're on a path in the woods. And
It
at the
doesn't
end
feel
of
like
that
the same
path
cursor from
is a
before.
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
My cursor feels different.
If
I
you
don't know
don't,
why.
it will be the end. Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Maybe. I
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking.
Oh, hello, contrarian.
Captive
You're new.
audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other
You're
than
new
object.
here.
I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day, the world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we
Aye,
know, we just
buddy.
got lucky. The world
Don't
hasn't
know why
ended
we got
yet.
more voices
But you
now.
are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little
Hey,
voices to
Fia,
the back of your
welcome
mind and
on
stay
in.
focused on the task
This
ahead.
is my first time trying the game out. We got a ending, I suppose.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
those
I'm
walls
sure
were not
those
here
walls
last
have been
time.
there. It makes sense if you think about it.
You're welcome
If there
to
weren't
come
any walls
watch
in the
my
woods,
reactions.
Someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Fine, we're going to the cabin. We'll head to the cabin
A
now.
warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
I agree with that
Him.
guy.
He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
I haven't met the princess
Let's
yet. I did
keep
go
an open
and
mind.
run around. I did just go and run
The cabin
around.
interior is wrong.
Oh,
A
okay.
confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected
Whoa.
across what's almost the same space. But it's
Yeah.
all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table,
Okay.
its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid
I have
of
no idea
feature.
what's going on here, but sure.
Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if he wants us to take it. Maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better
That
yet,
does sound like a
grab
funny
it and
option.
throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? You have literally no idea what to expect, and no, I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Okay.
You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong.
Listen, there's nothing wrong here. It's a decoration style, you
Listen to
know?
me. My
It's
job
an
is to
art
describe
style,
facts
you know,
as
chat?
facts and to
You
guide
get it?
you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action
We get art.
save the entire
We get
world.
understand fashion up in here.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
I get you. I get
piqued my
you.
interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just
No,
ignore
no.
the stressful geometry and stay. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing
Yeah,
it to
you
us.
are constantly.
I'm not going to
describing-
stop doing my job. So you're just going to have to get better. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for
Oh my
getting
God,
under
these guys are
his
going
skin,
on for a
but
while.
we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't
Yeah,
hard.
it really isn't that hard. This is just totally normal shit.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to come.
Let's see what this mirror is up about.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or
Yeah.
at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward
Oh.
and rub your hand against the
The
cabin.
mirror just vanished.
I hope you know how
and we
ridiculous
got
it is.
claw hands.
But there was a mirror a second ago,
Okay, so our cursor did change for a reason.
and now it's gone. You know that
Were
taking
we
the
a
mirror
human?
away
We
from
never
us
got
isn't
to the
going to
mirror
change
last
things,
time. Were we
We'll
a
find it
human
again,
in the last
then we'll see whatever it
one?
is that you don't want us to see.
Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement
Well,
creaks
hello?
open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems
This
to belong.
is totally normal
The closer you
behavior.
examine your
Totally
surroundings,
normal
the more
apartments.
confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Yeah, just everyday
The
basement
air
and
here has a
stuff.
sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
Okay.
An odor that is
That
simultaneously
sounds
everything and yet the sum of it
weird.
all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Okay.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a disquieting collage of
Oh.
tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Why would I be here to kill her? Who are you on?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels
Yeah.
wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have
Probably.
a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way
Yeah.
to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that?
What is
The
that?
fate of the world hinges on your success. There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I like the contrarian. He's funny. You know what? Let's take the left stairs. I like the left
You step
stairs.
to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel.
Okay.
The air around you
Oh.
grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold.
Okay.
Your toes feel like blocks
Oh.
of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of
Okay.
condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
What is going on? I'm so confused.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey.
We're losing
Continuous
quality.
march forward
We're
to a
losing
destination
quality,
long
Chad.
forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing,
What the
pain
fuck is going
and
on?
unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand
Oh,
there?
hello.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess,
Yeah.
eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness.
That
That
sure was a
the other
trip.
side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Yeah, we kind of went on a trip, buddy. You need
You're
to...
here to...
He's just being... Okay. I didn't mean to skip through that text. What's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay.
You can call me
Whoa.
Princess, if you'd like.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures.
What the
Where
fuck?
there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this.
What?
It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly
Then we have not been
happened
here
last
before.
time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done. Whatever you saw
What
last
the
time,
fuck?
unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them.
No.
If it's not already too late.
No, I want
New
to
plan.
keep
Let's see
talking.
if we can make even more of...
I agree.
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably
Oh,
stuck
hello.
down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Oh, look, another princess. Shit got weird. Quick chat.
Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
No, I mean, there's
I
just...
don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. There must be
There's
something
just,
wrong
like,
with you. I'm the
physically
same as I was a
more of
moment
you
ago.
now.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
I like where this is going. This is fun.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
I'm outnumbered here, narrator.
How
It's
would we
4
even
to
do
1
that?
right
Where
now.
would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to... Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to
Listen,
get out of
there's
here.
just
This
more
whole
princesses.
place is making me itch.
Maybe it's because I'm dangerous.
You don't seem all that
But
dangerous.
you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can
Okay.
remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Hi.
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster.
Are
The
you?
second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
This is reaching
Okay.
its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
Yeah, all these princesses have completely different
Stop overthinking
personalities.
it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Chat, I'm clicking both options, apparently.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall,
What
a
the
gentle
fuck?
tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception
Oh.
multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you
Oh.
use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Oh my god.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable
What?
mess.
So much is going on right now.
But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
No, I'm
No, I
processing
don't, because this
everything
isn't
going on.
fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Okay.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just
What
don't
the
fit.
fuck?
They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her.
I
think we did this.
Did we do this? All I did was walk around in a forest for a little bit, and then the world broke itself.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had
Whoa.
consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I'm gonna do my best. Oh, bye.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
What?
You're right. She's gone. It's just
What the
us and
fuck?
that. Then what the hell are we supposed to do? It is. Again, what the hell are we... There's something dreadful about it.
Yeah, I think this is the
I
option.
know. Don't do that. I'm begging you, don't do this.
It's the only option we have, buddy.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know.
Final. We've only approached the mirror once. Did I sequence break something? I feel like I sequence broke something here. dance into my reflection. I feel like I sequence broke something here, because I only came in... that was my first time in the house. It's me. It's me, chat. It's quite here. Proceed to the cat. What the fuck is going on? It's on fire. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Hello, I'm lady. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
So, like, did I just, like, get the true ending on my first go-through?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what
I
I
think
am.
that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
Okay.
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart.
Okay. Thank you for acknowledging the fact that I got this through on my second attempt.
Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
True.
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
I don't like the amount of hands this lady has right now.
I know only that they are.
Do we know each
You
other?
are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. She is part of me, and part of me is her.
I don't have enough hands to hold.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one...
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
I'm sorry I'm being really quiet. I'm processing all this right now, chat. You know, it's a lot.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How many pieces of you do I have to find? What do we...
Then we will be here forever, as we
Okay.
are now. unfinished, dry. Everything until we meet again. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Fuck.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. You ask of things that cannot be done.
Okay.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
What if you know what? You know what? I've been stubborn this whole playthrough. I'm not going
If
back.
you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now.
We're
and
waiting
forever is a
forever.
long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Sure.
If you close
Sure,
that
lady.
box, will you become another you in another one? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box.
Okay.
Because you'll always want to know what it means to be you.
Oh! She just closed the game on us. Fucking let me relaunch the game, please.
You have returned to me.
Oh, hi.
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Attempt to outwait your destiny. Alright, well, we got the funny achievement. We got an achievement we didn't even know we were going for it, and now we only have the one option left.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Okay.
You won't.
I die. We did it. We reached a ending.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
The princess starts
And
here.
in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Okay.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I don't need to hear through all this again. You know what? Let's go on in. We're going in hard and fast this time.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning: before you go any
We're gonna
further,
go
she will
right
lie,
along.
she will cheat, and
We're gonna
she
go
will
right
do
along with
everything in her
everything.
power to stop you from slaying her. Don't. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty.
You heard what I
and the
said.
floor and
You
walls
heard
are
what I
painted
said,
enough
Fia.
The blade is your implement.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather...
And enter the basement. Is murder in time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
So this is
This
supposed
is
to be
an
what it's like on our
oppressive place.
first time through.
The air feels heavy
assume.
and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Probably.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all
Listen,
part
your
of the manipulation.
waifu... The princess told us to murder the princess at this point. Alright? Continue
Good.
down the
You're
stairs.
still listening to reason.
Yeah, the princess told us to do
You
it.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Find the... Wait, but how do we...
Focus on the task at hand.
What?
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I mean, whatever way is there then to murder? We're just
You step
gonna... I'm gonna go for it
Your
this
grip on
time.
the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm just gonna go for it.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So,
Okay.
you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you
Yeah.
hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay her!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking.
I just
deep
noticed my
into her
hand's
heart.
different. I have feathers now.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming.
I did it.
But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it
Yeah.
over? Really over?
Well, now you're making me feel like it's not over.
It's over. We should make sure. What's the... I really don't think you... And why shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Fuck it, we'll check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath. We definitely won't if you... I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive?
Okay.
You just saved the entire world from annihilation.
I gotta make
Why are
sure.
you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here.
Oh no.
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
Damn.
An eye for an eye. A
Damn.
life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate?
Yeah, we saved the world though.
Doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Lovely. We did it, chat.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, we did the title. We did what it said to do in the title.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best...
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her.
Okay.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Yeah, you need to explain this to
Let's
us.
say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of.
Yeah?
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you did. We mostly listened to you. How are we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right.
Okay.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started.
Yeah,
Pretty yes, but in this purely
I agree with the voice of the hero, yeah.
that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and...
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you turn around and leave,
Alright,
you're dooming yourself
I
as
guess-
well as everyone else.
This time
We were
we'll
so
try
close to
just
finishing the
walking
job last
out.
time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
spirit.
We'll be
Just keep that
fine.
Stiff upper lip. You'll
Chat,
save the
we'll be
world.
fine. Nothing will be wrong in this
A
cabin.
warning. Before you go any further. She will lie. She will
It
cheat.
couldn't be more on the money. Are we really doing this, aren't
We've
we?
already heard
I'd
this.
say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time.
Yeah.
We know to be careful.
We know
Just
what to look
stay
out for.
focused and you'll be fine.
Proceed on in.
The interior of the cabin is a
hello.
jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. Very different. Maybe that's
Yeah.
because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up.
Alright,
That's because there isn't a mirror.
yeah, there is.
There's
It's right
a
there.
table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two
Yeah.
stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
No. I think we need to discuss. I want to see how. Alright.
As do I. I'm not
Yeah,
lying
yeah.
to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time
Alright, we take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the...
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her earth.
Okay, in we go.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Oh, I hear
revealing what must
noises.
once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and
I hear
violently jammed
noises
into the
down
wall.
there.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her...
That's right.
Yeah.
Scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
Yeah.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you. Her grating voice carries up.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so
Okay.
wrong with that voice.
Yeah. She thinks she's
She
better
sounds
than us.
different
Like
from
she doesn't
last
even
time.
have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of
Okay.
the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
No, I want to try. We'll do a run where we don't murder her. But oh, this is a whole lot of options. This is a whole lot of options. This is a whole lot of options here. We're going for full murder this time.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I
She's
think we
about
can
to
win.
stab us.
We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through
Oh,
meat.
she stabbed
Whose
us.
meat? Not ours, right?
Hers at first, then yours.
What?
How? What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago.
Whoa.
It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark,
What the fuck?
and you die.
The arms race, excuse me?
You're on a path in the woods.
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
What? The interior of the
Whoa,
cabin is
hello?
sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards...
What the
Wait,
fuck?
Excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
What? The voice of the
I
cheetah
feel
just...
dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller.
Oh, hello.
Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. Good. It's better that
Oh,
way.
hello.
Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing
Hello,
has any meaning.
multiple voices.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This is our third?
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time
Hey,
you
Mew,
fail,
welcome on
she
in.
escapes, and an entire world is damned to destruction. Right?
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
There's not even a door to the basement this time.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
Yeah, there's
We
not
take
even
it.
a...
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit.
Why do
I
we
like
have
to see.
four
We'll all learn a
voices
thing or two
this
from
time?
one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
You walk through the door.
You do know there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again.
There isn't a mirror.
the
You only
fuck?
messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it. If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
approach the mirror.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care.
I mean, we have
Reach
to like...
forward and place your
hi.
hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
We got a ending. Yeah, we got a ending. I went and was really stubborn and refused to do what the narrator said, and I broke reality.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there.
And now we're going full genocide here.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
I don't feel like we will be fine,
You
narrator.
step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Okay.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters...
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it.
Yeah.
We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't
Wait,
real.
the narrator
It's
just
only
admitted he knows what happened in the past worlds. Because in the first one, she died. In the first world, she died.
Your internal bickering
Whoa.
is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves.
I was talking about the
chain
whole
clatters to the floor.
thing with the narrator, and she just decided knife hands now.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Going to unconditional. That's right. I'm going to. Jesus Christ. Okay, what should I do here? I mean...
Yeah, that's right, we just have to think. There's probably...
Just standing there, huh?
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she skewers you.
Okay.
Ow.
What a surprise.
Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her...
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
You're on a...
No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead.
Oh.
And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, dead, dead.
Hello,
dead,
hello, new
dead.
person.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Okay.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can say. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need
Why the
is to
fuck?
keep fighting.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving.
Come on. on, show me something new.
Give
Okay,
me a trunk.
plan now.
Flirt. We'll do the flirting option. Again. You remember he blurs as your unconsciousness leaps from life to life, hoping.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
Okay.
What's the point? It's all the same.
I am the voice of the smitten.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes.
She
you
keep
can't
getting more
give
blades.
up.
She keeps getting more blades every time we die. It's like,
Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee.
oh, hello, voice of the paranoid.
Skewers you.
Hello, more
No,
voices.
You don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's
Okay.
going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Okay. It's an arms raised fair.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? You're right. One last time. That's
God,
all
our
we-
voices are persistent.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. And then
Okay.
everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Mutually assured destruction. Okay. We
Don't
things.
lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if we throw it out over my dead body?
Chapter 4
That won't be
time.
very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what
Jesus,
better
shit got-
way to
shit's
die
getting
so
wild.
very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman.
Okay, listen, voice of this man. You gotta calm down the energy here.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on... There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about... Yeah.
Oh,
leave it to the
I didn't
pros.
realize. I
We'll
didn't mean to
notch up
skip
that
that.
win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me.
Okay.
You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs. It's more of a slide. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Thank you, narrator.
Sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything?
Yeah,
Feels like
we're
I'm
fine,
like-
narrator. We got this.
Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again?
Yeah.
I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going
Sure.
to wait for an answer. I'm
Sure,
just going to show
do it.
you.
What do you
it's
got?
worth it though. Just you wait, and not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Listen, we gotta hear about the new thing.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists.
Whoa,
spitting into red ooze
my
of raw
God.
meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. Her heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
What the fuck?
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Okay, listen, voice of the stubborn.
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful.
I mean, her heart's exposed now.
How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Narrator!
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too. Oh?
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Oh, I've just deleted the world. Lady, I just deleted the world. I think you're in trouble. I think I just went Super Saiyan. You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you are already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
I have gone Super Saiyan. Cool. If someone's editing this in the future, make the Dragon Ball Z music for this, please. Again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of itself. This is only the dance, the ebb and flow, shifting tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound. Okay. Crescendo and an opening. And strikes her too. Okay. We just got a fucking achievement for killing a sharp foe. This is a good ending. Is it though? Is it though? Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Okay, so now we get to assume you do so. Gaze into your reflection. Is it the same thing? The bloat? Oh, I've got like. Okay. I'm dripping now. I'm drippy now. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement.
Oh, so she's going to constantly merge with all of the different versions of her we end up making. Okay.
Whenever you are ready.
Because now she's got hands and blades.
Again.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths.
Yeah.
What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
Okay.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Okay.
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return.
We're going
but
back.
if you give
We'll
me
collect
time
some
to
more
reflect
vessels.
on what I am, we will meet again.
We will get you some more vessels, lady. Bring the razor to her end.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Hold on, can we...
If you don't-
I remember seeing this. Skip... Oh, we don't have a way to fucking skip through shit we've already seen. Okay, oh well. Alright, we'll fucking
the
Viva la
spirit.
Revolution.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning before she will...
Yep, we've already heard all this. Well, we're going back on a new path.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty. The blade...
Yep. I'm just gonna enter the basement. I'm just gonna go down. And I'm gonna try to
The door
win
to
her
the
over.
basement creaks open,
I'm gonna convince her
revealing a
to not
staircase
end
faintly
the wall.
illuminated by an unseen light.
I'm gonna
in
go
the
the
room
diplomatic
below.
route this time.
This is an oppressive place. Her voice softly...
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once. Don't let it fool you. How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous...
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Hello.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Okay.
I hope you
So
brought something
far-
to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all...
Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, we're not hurting
Walk
no
up to
one.
the chains binding the princess to
We're
the
not
wall.
hurting no one this
Give
time.
them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Nah, there's...
Okay. I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out
Oh.
of the basement, but the door at the top of the
The-
stairs
okay.
slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the... Your shouts and plead. You're here to slay the princess, and you
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
I don't want
Easier
to
for
hurt her.
whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Yeah, we could.
She barely hesitates
Oh,
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes
okay.
from behind you. The clang of, it's the blade from upstairs. Or we could use it to, you won't like what happens.
Well, you're not giving me an option here, so I'm saving her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm. Just you cut into her flesh.
Okay.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy
This is not how I
follow
expected
suit.
this route to go.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole
I did not
ordeal.
expect it to go this way.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. Blood from her. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. As the prince. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her. No.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do
Your body lunges forward. The blade helps, but the princess dodges, stumbling. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
No. Resist.
The blade.
Resist.
Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance.
Resist.
The princess takes a...
We both know this.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly...
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest.
It's okay.
tearing
It's
through flesh
okay.
and sinew.
Narrator dude's
It
making...
is agony.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again, and
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her
she
knife
definitely
work
knows
does
how
it.
to use a knife.
A stab
I
wound is
can
still a stab
confirm.
wound, and it won't
She,
be long before
like-
you bleed out.
100% knows how to use a knife.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets. It can't just end like this. Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I
Hey, shut the
prefer
fuck
for things
up,
to have gone
narrator.
differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Ah, we're fine.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
We're fine.
You're on a path in the... You're here to slay her. My tricks? What on earth are you talking
Buddy,
about? We
we-
just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then
Yeah.
maybe it's best to keep...
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save them. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Fine, we'll go in. We'll see what's
Oh,
going on in
warning.
the cabin.
Before
this
you go
time.
any further, she will lie, she will cheat.
We already told you
I'm
we're
curious
not
to see what
playing
the
along with
cabin
your
looks
little
like
game.
this.
I think we've already been over this.
I do, but I also speak
I'll
from
listen
the
to the
heart.
new voices.
My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus.
Right, into the cabin we go.
The The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do...
Nah, what's going on in? We already know about the mirror. We've been here
The door to the
enough
basement
times.
creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell.
We all need the knife.
Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the wall, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. But
My love, we're here to rescue you from your
you know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Also, she knows that
She
we're...
called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have
We damned a whole world. But everything reset.
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially
we will.
without leaving a trail of
We absolutely
incomprehensible
will.
devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your...
Rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a
Nah, we're
world-ending
here to save her.
monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would
We're
be,
here to
you'd
save
have to get
her.
her out of those chains.
Good. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the... If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to present...
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One of us has to be.
Empiricist.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator,
No, I can't let you do that.
What? Take over our body and force us...
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions
Yeah.
contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you.
He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach
It
the
actually
princess
works.
and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That
It worked.
shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh, if only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Let's ask her what she
Let
wants
me
to
guess.
do.
End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone
Yeah,
who
let's
has
ask
never
what she
felt
wants to do.
love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
We can figure out the
Sounds
rest.
perfect.
Yeah, we can figure out the rest.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair! We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no matter.
Enough with this true love nonsense you just met.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
I like this ending. It's funny.
Listening to this, you don't have to go along with every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, listen, buddy.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hand. The lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
They did it!
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way to the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing.
No.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
I am
You're
enjoying
taking
this.
every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
I am enjoying this.
Hey.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you want.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Across the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Yay, we did it.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into art.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Okay, so we got one of the aspects. Well, good job, we did it. To make the jacket.
She's gone. Where did she go? And is that a mirror?
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see.
It's alright,
What
fellas.
if we just sit here and...
Okay. She'll be there waiting for...
Yeah, we'll be fine, everyone. Touch the mirror, gaze into our reflection. What do we look like this time? Like, okay. Why are we withered? Why are we withered this time? Proceed to the cabin. Yeah, we'll just go along with this. Approach her? How does she look like now?
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Damn.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is...
Why no blade hands? Why no blade hands this time?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you, and gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadow.
Okay.
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path.
Okay.
We will know when we near our destination.
Alright.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
What other ways do we have to go?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
I'm
is
trying
a
to think of
cabin.
what other pathways we have to
And
go.
in the basement, you're here to slay her.
Huh. I'm trying to decide what other routes we can go for this. Chat, give me some ideas. What are some paths we should take? We probably got time for like one more route. What paths do you think we should take here? We've already done the fuck off and leave ending. We've done the murder ending. We've done the pacifist route now. So, whatever. I'm trying to think of whatever. Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna silently continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. Before she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything.
See to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
You know...
The air is stale and musty. The blade is your
What if we go in without the blade and try to kill her? You know? Like, what if we go for that route? Yeah, we'll go for that. We'll go in without the blade and try to kill her.
The door to the basement creaked, her voice softly carried.
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you. It's all...
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you walk down the stairs. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi.
I don't want to talk.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Is it though? I feel like it
Okay,
is
but
relevant.
actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed...
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't...
Thank you for believing me. There's going to be plenty of time to chat after I'm free, but okay.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you... But if you don't, I can promise...
You have to make a choice. Let's
see.
You can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making... No. I think you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains, but they're large and heavy. Far too
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Yeah, we already know why
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Yeah, I agree with the hero there. That's kind of...
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stair... Is someone else here? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too.
There's a slight panic rising in the...
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way...
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her as she rips her flesh from her bone.
Yeah, we've
The
already
sand comes blade from
seen it.
Or we could... You won't like what...
I'm curious how this route will... Because last time we were completely infatuated. You know what? Fuck it. We'll go.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade. The wound drives her. Okay. There's no going back now.
You bastard.
The princess pushes away from you. The motional, wounded, but still alive.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to... not so... Don't waver. As you ready your blade to deliver your knife
she
cuts
grew
into her
claws.
again and
She
again
grew
as you're tackled to
claws.
the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well. Your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her. We can still turn this around.
I'm tempted to run to see where it goes. Yeah, I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna use our ability to save so that we can come back to this.
The princess is still chained to the wall. There's nothing. What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever she is so... You rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with a heavy wooden... Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. You settle in against the far... It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the
alive
princess you saw
still.
and more as she violently rattles the door.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. You don't know the kind of enemy you...
It doesn't sound like she's getting... No.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your
This
feet.
is wild.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth.
So helpless. I can take my time with you.
She steps closer, one silent
This is
footfall at a
wild.
time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shut.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
I have
A
gills?
shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done...
Your lungs stop drawing in breath.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end.
Also, I do not like the
Don't
flickering.
we?
Yeah.
It can't be. This
I don't
can't
like the
actually be how
flickering.
everything... I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
That was a wild
You're on a
ending.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie, she will cheat.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to...
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so we have to voice the paranoid this time.
The interior
of
of
the
is
door's
plain,
just
the
open.
smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. The blade is your implement. Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on her? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not
This is a wild ending.
If you keep
This is gonna be a wild
you're going to
ride.
struggle to get the job done.
Oh, I just noticed there's people. There is people. I just processed that there's people.
So deep breath in, deep breath out.
Alright, we'll take the blade. I'm gonna take the blade.
Reach down and pick the blade. Good. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task.
I think I need more than a blade to
capable of pulling
finish
this off, so long as you those are the words of someone who knows.
Okay, enter the basement now.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Hello,
the
eyes.
air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh light.
That's a lot of eyes.
As if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would... Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back?
Okay.
She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared. Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks, suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobble. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to... Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at.
Yeah.
Like it's an ordinary base. We're going to die down here. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse.
Okay.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Okay. Let's go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs...
I actually kind of like
numb.
this design. At first when I thought it was just like the head, I was like, okay, well
Your
that's...
arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to...
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you...
As your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart. Lungs.
That actually hurt my ears there.
Heart. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some? You have seconds. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose. Your weapon is still in your hands. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Are you serious? Liver. You fling the blade into the void. Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not?
Heart.
I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
Oh, I don't like
You don't
that.
get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
I don't like that.
Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches
Oh, the
from
voice
a
of the
million
paranoid
microscopic
shut up as
wounds
well.
you've inflicted on everyone you've
The voice
ever
of the
met,
paranoid's
with every
gone.
muscle
It's
you've
no
moved
longer
and
keeping
every
us
word
alive.
you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve,
What the
a good
fuck?
life, love, children, a steady career, recognition from your peers. Here one moment, gone the next.
What the fuck?
The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage,
Are we learning
distance,
what she is?
poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much.
What? Narrator, don't you fucking bail on me.
Going? Well, what are you talking
Don't you
about?
bail on me, narrator.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Oh, hello. Hello, text. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think.
Oh my goodness.
It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here. I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay. We decided not to do that. Yeah, we're supposed to let her
what
out.
the fuck?
It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
I don't like this ending.
We were supposed to keep her trapped there forever.
Hello, stubborn.
I think. We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much
You know,
fear everywhere.
we've not had an ending where we've gotten the voice of the cold as like our second ending, as like our second voice.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
No, we haven't.
We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us?
Oh, that's a new voice right
Can we love
there.
something that hurts us?
That's another voice right
To
there.
be
we
given an
haven't had.
ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is
Yeah.
bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
How many times have you all been here?
Many. It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she said. It won't. It will be for us.
Okay.
She
okay.
said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
Okay. I want to head to the cabin. I want to see what's going on.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been.
Okay.
Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose. They've been hurt too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to there, or you could just give up.
Approach.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to smash it too. She's on the other side. And we have... It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something.
Proceed.
Proceed to where?
I don't know.
I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little... That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work.
I mean, it's our only option
He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown tech. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to take it. It's the only way forward.
It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else, don't you remember? Sure, we'll take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth.
Oh, hi.
You see something staring back at you. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
Hi, lady.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could knock you.
Okay.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
Closer.
But forever is so long.
Okay.
And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my will. And let me... It'll be so much fun. You and me, together.
I don't like
the world
this.
And spreading fear wherever we go. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
Do something. Do it.
Oh, I have no options here.
You extend your
I
hand
have
to hers.
no options here.
For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
I actually have no options here, narrator.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess exhausted slumps.
Why is it so cold?
That was a wild ending, chat. That was a wild one.
She's gone. Yeah. I can find that mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally! Oh, will you stop with the smash?
What do we say, boys? One last.
Yeah.
Seems we've got a majority.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't
I'm
feel bad
curious to
about
see
it.
what we look like
It
now.
feels... the fears... Oh, I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of it. I'm ready for the I'm ready to...
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here.
Boys,
Okay.
it's been an honor.
It always makes them leave, but when you see what's in it. We're just a bone now. We got a bone hand now. We got a bone hand. At the cabin, approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Are we though? Are we supposed to be there?
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Do you know?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins.
Okay.
I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there? There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last. This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship. But do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home. If I did, I would already be awake. We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But
sure, it's always that
cannot exist on its
philosophical
own.
statement
And because of that,
you think, therefore,
nothing can't
therefore you
exist.
are. You know? One of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does when I find them, you and I are finally gonna have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves. 1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Alright, we're going back.
The next time I will be here.
I was gonna be like...
waiting for you.
I was gonna be like, alright, I'll save the rest for next time, but if we only got one more run until we get the actual ending, I guess we'll do one more.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Let's just go forward.
You make your way up the shore. A warning.
I want
Before
to
you
try
go
to
any further.
not
She
kill
will
her.
lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power.
Stay to the cabin. I think what I want to do this time is I want to do what we did for the
The
last
interior
ending,
of the
where
cabin
we
is almost entirely bare. The
try to
air
stay
is
locked
stale
up
and
with her,
musty,
but when she
and the
starts
floor
freaking
and
out, we'll
walls are
save
painted
her.
in a fine. The blade is your
Or we could take the blade and go into the basement. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Yeah, we'll take the... Since it seems like taking the blade
The door
does
to the basement
change our
creaks
mindset.
open, revealing a staircase faintly
It changes, like,
illuminated
the
by an
mindset of the
unseen
hero.
light in the room below.
At least.
Her voice carried.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it?
She makes a compelling point. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Alright.
The blade tumbles out.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure. Well, we can always put that knife.
Her sharp eyes. She isn't suggesting what I... She is.
Okay.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long...
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did
Yeah,
I
but
wind up here,
That's
chained
an
to a wall?
interesting question.
Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous? Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe
Yeah.
her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about Truck. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
True,
That doesn't
true.
sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
You know, I have to pause for a second. I am noticing all of the different voices seem to have different abilities. Like the voice of the paranoid, he had the ability to just keep us alive. He could just be like, "Nah, we're not dying. We're not dying today." the voice of the skeptic of the smitten had the ability to go against the narrator. The voice of the cheated had the ability to just jump around in the script. Like, he could just skip us forward to the cabin. It's like, I'm wondering if the voices have anything to do about what's going on.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person.
Oh, have you just...
You know.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding. You walk up to the chains. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to...
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for
Okay.
it. I'm sure it's some...
Doubtful. Whoever
Yeah,
locked
the voices
princess away
definitely
down
have
here
something to do
intended for
about
her
what's
to never
going
see the
on,
light
because
of
they all
day.
seem to have
They wouldn't have
powers.
just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks
Jesus.
with almost complete nonchalance.
This is the third time we've heard her say
If we
that,
were
and
stuck
it
down
is
here for
still
long enough, I'm sure we'd be
baffling.
nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to find. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door is someone else here.
Just gonna return
You make your
downstairs
way
because we
back
already
to the
know the
bottom of the
answer to those
stairs.
two.
Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife. Pick it up and...
You won't lie.
Save her.
Against your better, you cut into her. The blade is sharp. She didn't so much as utter a... Free from her bindings, the prince... How is she so
Thank you.
Push the
No,
locked
we
door.
won't have any. As the princess approach... Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
We're gonna warn her this time.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too...
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back. But the... Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying. The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict and I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries...
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
This is a different
Then she
ending, though,
slits your
because she's
throat
talking
with an
differently.
almost clinical ease.
This,
Her face
this is a
remains
different dialogue
unchanged
than
as
last
she watches
time.
you collapse to the ground. This is the end. I'm afraid
Yeah,
it
because
is.
she's talking differently
Everything
this
goes
time.
dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Prisoner. Okay, yeah, this is a different. This is a
You're
different
on a
round.
path
This is a different
in the
round.
woods, and at the end of that, you're here to slay.
Okay, proceed to the cabin.
She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says.
Ooh, we got the
Just
sep-
go in,
the skeptic.
take the knife, and did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this.
I like
focus on the princess.
skeptic. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is lesser, the only furniture of note. The blade is your implement.
I'm just gonna enter the basement. I want to see what it's like
I'm
down
afraid
there.
I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm... Are you sure? What if she... I don't know. Yes. Turns it against you. She's a prisoner, okay.
What's the big
Yeah,
idea?
but not about this. Call it a Wonderful. Don't worry about it. We have a knife. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless.
Yeah,
Moving
we'll
on.
be fine.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. Her voice, harsh but controlled.
Is that a visitor I hear?
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Are we not the first? You walk down the stairs.
Oh, that's a
and lock
lot
eyes
more
with the
chains this
princess.
time.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists.
Should we be worried about the one around?
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in...
Let's sit with her.
You step
Let's
towards the
have a
princess,
nice chat.
but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Yeah, same here, same here.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions? Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll feel nothing happened. You died, I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work.
Same.
And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe
Really doesn't
both of
seem
us
like
are
she
stuck in
knows
this loop
anything.
without any idea why. So you've already been here.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Oh.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Yeah.
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Oh, you're actually explaining shit. this
Contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our
agree.
actions considerably.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste
I
that
get
luck by
it,
messing
but
it up again. Alright?
I think we'll be fine.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world,
I don't think it does.
you need to accept
I was gonna
that.
say, I don't think it does.
I won't.
Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Yeah, sure.
We'll just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming. Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous.
I'm curious.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think...
Oh, please. She's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
No,
Though if she
I'm
isn't bluffing,
curious where this
whatever
goes.
she has planned might be for her benefit alone.
So, what should...
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and
How
end
would
the
she use
entire
it to
world.
escape?
And she might use it to
Because
kill
she's got
you.
the chain around her neck this time, so she can't just do the whole chopping her arm thing off this time. She'd have to chop her head off.
That doesn't sound great.
There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned.
Here, I want to see what she does with it.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended...
Oh, Rory tried to take over my brain. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again.
A little?
I think you got your point across.
Yeah.
Fine. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she...
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into... No!
What the fuck? No, we're watching this.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage.
What the
Last
fuck?
she reaches bone.
I'll be damned.
She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room. Her head twists slowly to the side, flicking to her shoulder.
Oh, that's...
opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until...
Oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back, please?
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead.
What the fuck?
Congrats. Are you sure she's not winking at us? Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased.
I don't think she's dead. I don't think she's dead. We've seen her go through worse.
Just get out of here now.
We've seen her go through worse.
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, we should take her with us. What? No, you shouldn't do that. I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world.
Yeah.
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial.
Yeah, she does.
Just leave. Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading in. I'm just keeping myself sharp.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so...
Ugh, fine. Did you see that? I could have sworn she didn't.
But what if she's not?
Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. You open the cabin door, ready to return. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? But we're still here.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Okay, well there's the last aspect we needed. Now we'll get to see the actual ending, I guess?
Is that
approach the mirror. What do we look like now? Okay, why is... I don't know why it says my hand's left out. You are... I am nothing. I am a bird. I am a bird.
I think you know what I am.
Oh, it's the narrator. You motherfucker. We want answers. I want answers.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him.
Okay.
Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
This is wild. Oh, there goes another piece of the narrator.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Okay.
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
Okay.
But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Okay. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Okay. I ask you sometimes like a PC breaks apart. We have a lot of questions to ask you.
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible.
Okay.
Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant.
Yeah.
For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
This is wild.
Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right. We've already crossed the point of no return.
Okay.
There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Yeah, it really doesn't feel like... It feels like you were dead.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things.
We didn't perceive her as most of those things. She just decided to be those things.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Okay.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
Is she though? Is she though? After everything you've done, let's see, there's a whole lot of questions here. become whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? Okay. Oh god, there's a whole lot of options here. Pretty sure that's important for her.
If that's your belief,
yeah,
there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die.
Run out of questions? I have run out of questions. Yeah, we're not gonna slay her.
There's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
Okay, goodbye, narrator. It was a pleasure to finally get to see you in person. What? You are the long, quiet, a vast and nascent god. It is finally time for a wake up. See through the cabin. There's no final vassal for you to bear witness to. Okay. What's happening? Oh, hello. Okay. Okay. They have ascended, I guess.
I can finally see you. And you can finally see me.
Yeah.
It's been so long. And my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death.
Yeah.
Pay him no mind.
Oh, hey, Zero. I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound.
Yeah.
A pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitude.
Yeah, there was the time where we straight up kept just murdering us, for murdering each other for multiple times.
So, will you attempt
also,
to
hi
destroy
Zero,
me
how
and
you
bring about
doing?
a world devoid of death and the possibility of
You came
living?
just in time for the
Or
ending.
Will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is it all falling on me? There's so many stories what we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Yeah, it's been very wild and interesting. Let's talk through this. Still have so many questions. I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, what was the point of doing anything? Okay. There has to be another way. This just can't come down to me either destroying you or letting you go. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we've reached this point. Hold on, I want to do some of the explorers.
Even as your eyes begin to open,
I want to
you still
explore.
hold on to the notions of
It's
ends
really
and
been a very
of
wild
beginning
experience.
and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing. Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
But what about the voices? I'm curious about the voices, because the voices had powers. The voices had powers over our body, and I want to know. Why is it just ignoring that? Yeah, I think it's time. I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to
here.
hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in your limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled, bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Okay. Take her hand. Why are we like bird hand? Why do we have bird hand? That has not been explained at all. Why are we bird? Oh, we're about to go on a trip. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Off we go. Like what happens in the shadow? Possibly. You exist and you are aware, just as you always have been. And just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Alright. Alright, we got the ending. That was a wild experience, chat. Thank you all so much for coming. I'm gonna let the credits play while I find us someone to raid off into, alright? Let's go to Twitch, see who's online. We got a whole lot of people online to raid off into. Manly Badass is actually who saw that. I got the achievement for finishing the game. Yeah, Manly Badass was actually the first person I saw play this game. We'll raid off into Velvet. We'll mute her and then just copy-paste that. Yeah, Manly Badass is a much bigger and honestly very nice... If not for him, I would never see horror games, because I am too scared. I am too scared to watch horror games without his calming voice to keep me focused. Let me start up the raid. Thank you all for coming along. If you haven't already, hit that follow button. It means a whole lot. Let me hop us over to just chatting screen. This will be... I'll be back tomorrow to stream some more. Hit the follow button if you haven't already. I know I just said that, but I got interrupted by my own pod, so... we'll be back on tomorrow for some more. I try my best to stream daily, so you'll be guaranteed to always get content every day. Alright. Hope you all have a lovely day. Oh! Okay, no, okay. Okay, return. I didn't realize we could get back to just the menu music. Alright. I hope you all have a lovely day. I will see you all next time. Oh, wrong button.